Hello, welcome to the mini-story for the Role of Media 2. Well, let's get started with the mini-story. Georgie is a warmongerer. He wants to kill, kill, kill. He especially wants to kill Hugo. He wants to tear Hugo limb from limb. But Hugo is basically a pacifistic person. He doesn't want a war. He only jokes about Georgie and laughs at him. When Hugo jokes, however, Georgie becomes hysterical. He yells and screams to his friends. He yells, "Join me! Let's kill Hugo and his friends. Let's kill them all and kill their families and commit terrible atrocities." But Georgie's friends are reluctant. They say, "Hugo is just joking. We don't need to kill him." This makes Georgie even more angry. To whip up his friends' anger, he concocts terrible lies about Hugo. He says that Hugo loves to kill puppies and babies. He disseminates these lies on TV and on the internet. Finally, he succeeds. He drives his circle of friends to war. They attack Hugo, but Hugo is ready. He has learned Kung Fu from Jet Li. He kicks Georgie's ass and breaks his nose. Finally, he elicits an apology from Georgie. Georgie says, "I'm sorry, Hugo. I'm just a stupid fanatic." Hugo says, "It's okay, little Georgie. Now go home." All right, well, lots of new little words in that story. Let's go back to the beginning, this time with questions. Georgie is a warmongerer. Does Georgie hate war?
No, Georgie doesn't hate war. Georgie loves war.
No, the opposite. Georgie loves war. Georgie loves to kill. He's a warmongerer. Are Georgie's friends warmongerers?
No, they're not warmonger.
No, they're not warmongers. They really don't want to go to war. But Georgie is a warmongerer. He loves war. He loves killing. He wants to go to war. Georgie is a warmongerer. Who is a warmongerer?
Georgie.
Well, Georgie is a warmongerer, right? Yeah, Georgie is a warmonger. He loves war. Why is Georgie a warmongerer?
Well, he's a warmonger because he likes to kill, kill, and kill.
Well, he's a warmongerer because he likes to kill and kill and kill. That's why he's a warmongerer. Who does he want to kill? Well, he wants to kill Hugo. In fact, he wants to tear Hugo limb from limb. Does he want to attack and hurt Hugo? Yes, exactly. He wants to tear Hugo limb from limb. Does he want to really, really hurt Hugo? Yes, that's right. He wants to tear Hugo limb from limb. Does he want to tear his friends limb from limb? No, he doesn't want to hurt his friends. He doesn't want to hurt his friends at all. He doesn't want to tear his friends limb from limb. Who does he want to tear limb from limb?
Well, he wants to tear Hugo limb from limb.
Well, he wants to tear Hugo limb from limb. Does he want to tear Hugo limb from limb, or does he want to tear his friends limb from limb?
He wants to tear Hugo limb
Well,
from
of
limb.
course, he wants to tear Hugo limb from limb. What about Hugo? Does Hugo want to tear Georgie limb from limb?
No, Hugo is basically pacifistic.
No, Hugo doesn't want to hurt Georgie. Hugo is basically pacifistic. Is Hugo peaceful?
Yes. Hugo
Yes,
is very
exactly.
peaceful.
Hugo is very
He's
peaceful. He's pacifistic. Does Hugo like war?
No, Hugo doesn't like war.
No, he does not. He's anti-war. He's
He's
pacifistic.
anti-war.
Is Georgie pacifistic?
Yes, Georgie is not pacifist.
No, Georgie is not pacifistic. Georgie is a warmonger. Who is pacifistic? Well, Hugo is pacifistic. Why is Hugo pacifistic?
Well, he
Well,
doesn't
he's
like
pacifistic
war.
because he doesn't want a war. He doesn't like killing people. He only jokes about Georgie and laughs at him. But when Hugo jokes, Georgie becomes hysterical. Does Georgie become very upset and emotional? Yes, that's exactly right. Georgie becomes hysterical. He becomes very emotional, very upset. Does Hugo become hysterical? No, Hugo's not hysterical. He's calm. He's just joking and laughing. He's not hysterical. Is Hugo hysterical or is Georgie hysterical?
Georgie is hysterical.
Well, Georgie is hysterical. He gets really upset and really emotional and really angry and yelling and screaming. So Georgie's very hysterical. Who becomes hysterical?
Georgie becomes
Well,
hysterical.
Georgie becomes hysterical. Georgie becomes very, very upset.
Hysterical.
When he becomes hysterical, what does Georgie do?
Well, when he becomes
upset, when he becomes hysterical, he yells and he screams to his friends. He yells at them and says, "Join me! Let's go kill Hugo and his friends. And let's kill all of them and all of their families. And let's do terrible atrocities." Does he want to do terrible, horrible, violent things? Yes, that's exactly right. He wants to do atrocities. He wants to commit atrocities. Does he want to do very nice things? No, he wants to commit atrocities. He wants to kill and murder and torture Hugo and his friends. Georgie wants to commit atrocities. Do Georgie's friends want to commit atrocities? No, not really. They don't want to commit atrocities. They don't want to do terrible, horrible, violent things. They don't want to commit atrocities. But Georgie does. He wants to commit atrocities. He wants to do terrible, horrible things. Who does Georgie want to commit atrocities against? Well, he wants to commit atrocities against Hugo and his family and Hugo's friends. But Georgie's friends are reluctant. Are his friends excited to attack Hugo? No, the opposite. They're not excited. They are very reluctant. They're hesitant. They don't really want to attack Hugo. Are Georgie's friends reluctant to make money? No, they don't mind. They're happy to make money. But they're reluctant to attack Hugo. Is Georgie reluctant to attack Hugo? No, Georgie's not reluctant. Georgie really wants to attack Hugo, right? He's enthusiastic. He's excited to attack Hugo. He's not reluctant. Who is reluctant to attack Hugo? Well, Georgie's friends are reluctant. They really don't want to do it. Georgie's friends are reluctant. What do they say to him? Well, they say, "We're reluctant. Hugo's just joking. We don't need to kill him." Because they're reluctant, how does Georgie feel?
Well, Georgie is very angry.
Well, Georgie's very angry, right? So, what does he do? He
tries to whip up his friend's anger.
Tries to whip up his friend's anger. Does he want to make his friends angry? Yes, he does. He wants to whip up their anger. He wants to create their anger. He wants to increase their anger. He tries to whip up their anger. Whose anger does he try to whip up?
He tries to whip up his friends' anger. The circle of friends.
Well, he tries to whip up his friend's anger. Why does he try to whip up his friend's anger?
He wants his friends to attack Hugo.
Well, he tries to whip up his friend's anger because he wants them to attack Hugo. How does he whip up their anger?
Increase anger by control.
Well, he increases their anger by concocting terrible lies. He concocts terrible lies. Does he create terrible lies?
Yes, exactly. He concocts
Yes,
terrible
he does,
lies.
exactly. He concocts terrible lies. Does he make terrible lies?
Yes, he makes terrible
Yes, that's
lies.
exactly right. He makes terrible lies. He concocts terrible lies. Does he concoct true stories?
No, he doesn't concoct true stories.
No, he does not concoct true stories. He concocts lies. Does he concoct lies about his father?
No, he doesn't concoct lies about his father.
No, he doesn't concoct lies about his father. Who does he concoct lies about?
Well, he concocts lies about Hugo.
Well, he concocts lies about Hugo. He creates lies about Hugo. He says Hugo likes to kill puppies and babies. He disseminates these lies on TV and on the internet. How does he spread these lies? How does he communicate these lies?
He disseminates these lies on TV.
Well, he disseminates them on TV and the internet. Does he disseminate true stories on TV?
No, he doesn't.
No, he disseminates lies on TV. Who disseminates lies on TV?
Georgie disseminates lies on TV.
Well, Georgie disseminates lies on TV. Why does he disseminate lies on TV?
Because he wants his friends
Because
to
he wants
become
his
angry.
friends to become angry and attack Hugo.
Hugo.
After he disseminates lies, what happens?
He succeeds.
Well, lies, what happens?
He succeeds. He drives his circle of friends into war.
Well, he succeeds. He drives his circle of friends to war. Does he push them into war?
Yes, he pushes them into war.
Yes, he does. He pushes them into war. Does he really push them hard and encourage them and force them to fight? Yes, he pushes them and persuades them strongly to fight. He drives them to war. Who does he drive to war?
He drives his circle
Well,
of
he
friends
drives his
to
friends to war. Who drives his friends to war?
Georgie.
Well, Georgie drives his friends to war. He drives his circle of friends to war. Does he drive his group of friends to war?
Yes, he drives his
Yes, that's
circle
right.
of friends
He
to war.
drives his circle of friends to war. Does he drive Hugo's circle of friends to war? Hugo is ready. He has learned Kung Fu from Jet Li. He kicks Georgie's ass and breaks his nose. Finally, he elicits an apology from Georgie. Does he get an apology from Georgie?
Yes, he gets an apology from Georgie. He elicits an apology from Georgie.
He elicits an apology from Georgie. Who does Hugo elicit an apology from? He elicits an apology from Georgie. Who elicits an apology from Georgie?
Hugo elicits an apology
Well,
from Georgie.
Hugo. Hugo elicits an apology from. He says, "I'm sorry, Hugo. I'm just a stupid fanatic." Does he think he's a stupid true believer?
Yes, that's right. He
Yes,
says,
that's
"I'm
right. He
stupid,
says, "I'm a stupid true
believer.
believer. I
I
believe too
Live
strongly
too strongly
in myself
in
and
the
war."
war.
He says, "I'm a stupid fanatic, a stupid,
Stupid
crazy
fanatic.
believer." Who is a stupid fanatic?
Georgie is stupid
Well,
fanatic.
Georgie is a stupid fanatic. Is Hugo a stupid fanatic?
No, Hugo is not a stupid fanatic.
No, Hugo's not a stupid fanatic. Hugo's quite smart, actually. But Georgie is a stupid fanatic. Well, Hugo says, "It's okay, little Georgie. Now, go home." Okay, finally, one more time. This time I'll pause after the key words and phrases. Here we go. Georgie is a warmongerer.